Welcome back. Today's going to be gorgeous, but there is some rain in the forecast this week, so why not a movie? That's why we've got Will Meyer, the movie guy, here talking about the top movies at the box office this week and giving us a preview of the Big Ears Film Festival. Let's start with the movies first. We're talking Tomb Raider. That name sounds familiar. Is there another Tomb Raider movie?
You know, Leslie, there is. There's two, actually. Yeah, there was one that came out back in 2001, starring Angelina Jolie. It was kind of forgettable, I'm going to be honest. And then it had a forgettable sequel. This one is better. It stars Alicia Vikander. She plays, Lara Croft, and here she wants to find out what happened to her father. He went missing 7 years ago, and she thinks he may be on this dangerous, mysterious island, so she goes there to try and find him. You know, it's a movie that's based on the video game, too, of course, and like I said, it is better, but not a whole lot better. I think that they don't really change a lot, which kind of surprised me, but the things that they do change, I think, were for the better. I think that we get an origin story here, which I'm kind of tired of, especially, you know, with all these superhero reboots. But here we get to see Lara Croft before she's Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and so she's a bike messenger, actually, in London. And we see her in the first 30 minutes. She is tested in a couple of ways, and she fails both of those tests, which is really interesting because it makes her seem flawed, vulnerable, and therefore more relatable. She doesn't seem just like superhuman. Yeah. So I like the character, and I thought that first third of the movie was fun. There's a couple of scenes that were genuinely funny, a couple of really good chase sequences, but once the plot kicks in, this movie really kind of just starts to spiral out of control. It's a plot that's really appallingly thin. There's just not much going on in this movie, and you can predict anything that's going to happen, I think, without even seeing a frame of this movie. I mean, you already know what's going to happen before you even see it. It's really just a collection of tropes. I just think it's dull, it's tired, it's derivative. And, you know, this movie certainly has its fair share of problems. I think that supporting characters like that one played by Walton Goggins are just really cartoonish. I think the dialogue is corny, CGI is kind of bad, but, you know, like I said, some good things about it. A couple of the action scenes really worked, a couple of funny moments, but what I like most about this film is Alicia Vikander is great as Lara Croft. So, like, I think that we knew she's a great Academy Award-winning actress of indie films, but she proves herself to be a great action heroine too. So, you know, this isn't a very good movie, but I almost hope we have a sequel because I think the performance and the character are good enough that I'd like to see it, you know, again, hopefully with a better script. So I'd say 2 out of 4 stars.
2 out of 4, but you still like to see a sequel?
I would, yeah. I thought she was so great. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel if we have a good writer on for that one. So.
All right, up next, The Party.
Yeah, The Party. This is an indie drama that stars Kristen Scott Thomas, Timothy Spall, Patricia Clarkson, a lot of great character actors. It is about a woman who's hosting a party to celebrate her recent promotion, but once the guests arrive, some secrets are revealed and things start to spiral out of control. This is a lean, mean movie that's a lot like a play. There's one set, 7 actors. It's an hour and 10 minutes long, so it's incredibly short, and it's in black and white, even though it's set in modern day. But this is by no means a boring film. It certainly has verbal fireworks. Once the guests arrive, they all start to insult each other, and it really kind of has an acerbic edge similar to Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. It's not as clever or as funny, but still it certainly has an electricity to it, and the mysteries really keep you engaged. Within the first 5 minutes, so this is not a spoiler, it's in the first 5 minutes, we learn that one of these characters has a gun, but we don't know who they want to kill at the party. We also learn that one of the characters is cheating, but we don't know who they're cheating with. So, you know, you really want to stick around to find out the answers to those questions. It's pretty surprising, the answers, actually. I don't believe them at all. It's pretty ridiculous. But, you know, this is a fun little satire. It's not great. I think some of the, you know, the plot twists don't really go anywhere. But overall, like I said, fun little satire. It's worth an hour and 10 minutes of your time. I'd say 2.5 out of 4.
What do you think about the black and white? That's really different.
Yeah, a couple of people have done that. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's a pretty cool thing to do, but in this case, I could take it or leave it. I don't think it really adds much to the film.
Interesting. We're also talking about the Big Ears preview coming up in a little bit. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, so the Big Ears Festival is an internationally acclaimed music festival held every year here in Knoxville, and starting this weekend, it starts this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, all around downtown Knoxville. And for the second year in a row, they're going to have a film portion of this festival, and so they've got 19 features, 66 short films, 1 installation. The visiting artist is Lewis Clark, but a couple of the things that I'm excited about, one is that they're going to have a survey of 3D cinema, and so they're going to have 3D movies that are current. They have a new one from Blake Williams called Prototype, but then they've got really old ones like Alfred Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder. And so,
that's really
yeah,
neat.
It's great because I've seen that movie, but never in 3D form, so it's going to be cool to go to the theater and see it like that. They've also got one by Johnny Knoxville in 3D.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so, like, I mean, just all over the map.
You have Alfred Hitchcock and
Johnny Knoxville, yeah.
How
Two great auteurs, exactly. But then you've also got a survey of American regional cinema. So they're kind of highlighting movies that were made outside of Hollywood and New York. So you have directors like Portland's Gus Van Sant. They're showing his movie Drugstore Cowboy. Baltimore's John Waters. They're showing his film Polyester. Leslie, one cool thing about that movie, the first 100 people in line for that movie get an odorama card. And so at certain points during the movie, there'll be a number that flashes on the screen. And so if it says 2, you find your number 2 card. You scratch off the top and you smell it. And so it's whatever smell the director wants you to smell. So it's so weird.
So interesting.
Yeah, but also really cool. I'm super excited about that. So you can buy tickets online at bigearsfestival.org. It's $50 for the whole weekend to see the film portion. And so come say hi. I'll be there the whole time. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Thanks so much, Will.
Yeah, thanks
We're
for having me.
looking forward to that. And to learn more, you can, of course, go to Will's Facebook page.
Yep,
There it is. There's a picture of
Facebook.com/Will
us.
Meyer the Movie Guy. Yeah,
Oh,
finally got us
great.
on there.
We're going to send things over to Rebecca.